very good. Okay, very good.
Very nice.
All right.
So, Jace, tonight is your night, bro.
Oof, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what that's from? Sorry, well, I think tonight is your night, bro, is from Twins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Danny DeVito's singing it as he's getting ready.
Yeah.
Had you just been saying it all these years and not remembering where it was from?
Yeah, I just like saying it with you guys. And I watched Twins like a week ago.
Tonight is your night, bro.
Tonight is your night, bro.
Yeah,
Tonight is
that's
your
where
night,
it's
bro.
always been from.
Yeah, tonight is your night, bro. I didn't know.
Hey, Bubba, swap them and then switch Wes and Mark. It looks like the other one fits a little better. Do it. Good morning and welcome to another episode of Hard Factor presented by the Barstool News Network. It is Thursday, December 3rd, 2020, and the Beeve at Hard Factor Pat is traveling. We got Hard Factor Mark, Hard Factor Wes, and myself, Hard Factor Will today. Fellas, how you feeling on this fine Thursday?
Doing good. How about you?
Pretty
Yeah, I
good.
was waiting for Wes to go first.
I don't know why Mark's got a shit-eating grin on his face.
Yeah, Mark tilted the camera down and started grinning at us.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck's coming out of this guy's mouth?
I'm obviously feeling pretty good.
You're good. You're looking
yeah.
good. I see
Thank
you're
you.
wearing your Adidas, your three stripes. So
Very relaxed, yeah.
very nice. We have a Fadathon charity announcement. The end of the Fadathon competition, all the results. That's going to be at the end of this show. So stay tuned to that if you want to hear how we did. We raised a ton of money for charity. We lost a pretty good amount of weight, and it got spicy in the unaccounted weeks, like the weeks where we didn't weigh in each week. So a lot to catch
Those are
up.
positives, right? We all lost weight. We raised money for charity. That's two positives right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
big time.
Exactly. Yeah, all good things. Large is on to talk about that, of course, because he was in the Fadathon and the half marathon doing that with us. Also, shout out future NFL Hall of Famer Nick Mangold and Josh in North Carolina for sending in the car with some big boy donations to the Fadathon. Them along with, of course, everybody else who donated by pound and chunks, and then Ike with Ike sandwiches.
You have till the weekend if you want to just go ahead and donate, guys. We're not going to shut it down because we have some sponsors that still need to donate. So you have till like Sunday to donate at lardfactor.com.
Exactly. Yeah. So all the money's going to great causes, especially in a year that's been as tumultuous as 2020. And then tomorrow, Florida Man Friday, as always, going to be fantastic. This one also gets a bonus review of Hillbilly Elegy on Netflix. If you want to play along with that, watch the movie before we talk about it tomorrow. Also, of course, voicemails, 5-star reviews, always going in Florida Man Friday as well. But that's it for housekeeping shit. Mark, get us going with stories.
Oh, okay. Let me do that then. So you guys, when you commit premeditated murder, you have to plan it,
Yes.
Yes.
Right?
That's
Right,
the
like-
definition of premeditation, right?
Right. That's, I think you're right. It's a game of chess, not checkers, because if you get caught, that's it for you with the whole premeditated murder plan. Knowing this, 66-year-old Linda Doyle of Alabama allegedly stabbed her own vagina several times with a butcher's knife after killing her husband so she could claim, she was just attempting self-defense and that her husband was stabbing her in the vagina with a butcher's knife. But they're saying, no, it was you, that you did that after the fact, you psycho.
After the fact, okay.
And now you're charged with murder one.
Why not do like the arm or something? Why'd she have to do the vagina?
Yeah, well, the whole murder too, Wes, but there's a lot of questions about
That's
the
true,
whole
yeah, that's
thing.
true.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Dedication to the murder for her, though. Her defense attorney said she was attacked, stabbed multiple times in the vagina with a butcher's knife, managed to get out of bed, retrieve a pistol that was in her home for self-defense, and then managed to shoot the bastard and the assailant.
Well, I
which
mean, that's a
happened to be
pretty
her husband.
believable story, though.
Yeah.
So,
well,
to her
why was he
credit.
just stabbing her in the vagina in bed, and then she got out of bed?
Was her handprints all over the knife and then all that kind of stuff?
We'll kind of get to it. There's not a lot of details yet. The prosecution is not buying it, though, as they have charged her with homicide, said she claims she shot her husband dead because he attacked her during an argument over sexual demands. But based on the evidence that has been recovered at this time, we don't believe that Mr. Doyle inflicted those stab wounds. This is coming from the assistant DA, who probably is regretting his life choices right now. So it's a classic case of like, what angle did the blade slice the vagina at, right?
Oh,
like,
gross.
Yeah, like it came down
You
like
know what?
this.
I'm
or-
watching
yeah.
The Undoing right now, and this is nothing like that, but I'm in the middle of it, and it's a murder mystery, and just kind of reminds me of the same thing.
I mean, I'm not giving away any plot points by saying it's kind of like that, because there's a murder and they're trying to find out, like who did it and stuff. So I mean, it's
Right,
similar.
the whole time you're like, well, it's one,
And it's a
one
violent-
of a couple people.
It's a
Right.
violent murder. Yeah,
He's
good show.
they just found him dead with a bullet hole in the back of the head, like clutching a pillow and
Yeah, and then
in bed.
she
Sound
said
asleep.
she said she's stabbing her. Yeah, chased around the house, right? No, I don't think they charged her with murder after examining the evidence without pretty good reason to. But stay tuned, because her next court date's in early to mid January. So we'll follow up to see if she actually did it, which she probably did.
Yeah. YouTube.com/Hard Factor News to check out the icy stare of her mugshot. It was chilling. Okay, moving right along to one of the greatest headlines of all time, guys. We got blessed with an excellent headline for today's show. But first off, I just want to keep everybody up to date on the political headlines that today prove that time is a fucking flat circle for November and December of 2020. So here's some of the political headlines. Trump is on the hunt for voter fraud in Wisconsin. Trump is trying to cripple the social media industry by revoking Section 230 protections. Trump is considering lots of outgoing pardons for friends and family. And finally, progressives are upset with Joe Biden, this time for nominating Neera Tanden to the OMB. Also, he's still in a walking boot and very old. So literally nothing new at all.
I saw that Trump said he was going to withhold the spending bill if they didn't repeal 230.
He's threatening to veto, if he doesn't get his 230 removal.
Which would give like military people a raise and stuff. Like, come on, it's not really related to it. But anyways, yeah.
Right. That was we had shout out Senator Shoshana. We had her on. It's like Confederate statues or somehow, or Confederate like names. It's a whole mess. But anyways, literally not much changing at all at the federal level, at least. But luckily, we don't have to talk all about politics because this is a non-political story, and it's one of the best headlines that's come across our desk probably all 2020. So it's out of the Daily Mail. It hit on Wednesday, and I'm just going to read it verbatim to you guys. Exclusive. Colleagues of Zappos CEO Tony Heisch fear his addiction to nitrous oxide whippets, burning candles, and Grey Goose vodka could be behind the explosion that led to his death. As it's revealed, he was barricaded in a shed when the blaze broke out. That's the whole headline.
So this guy just got a whole hell of a lot cooler. I already read a lot of good things about him, and this headline makes me really respect the guy a lot more, to be honest. He's doing whippets and drinking Grey Goose vodka, and
He
sounds awesome.
loves to party. He loved to party, R.I.P. Am I saying that last name right? Heisch? Tony Heisch?
I don't know.
Heiss.
Doesn't look like it.
H-S-I-E-H. 46 years old.
The Zappos guy.
Yeah, Zappos guy. He was pulled unconscious from a burning shed attached to his home in New London, Connecticut on November 18th. And he died in the hospital 9 days later. Smoke inhalation, basically, which is, common cause of death for people who are drunk and passed out around fires.
Well, it's hard to react when you're on whippets,
Yeah, the wants.
Yeah.
In recent months, the nitrous oxide had become as important to Tony as alcohol, said one former colleague. And Grey Goose vodka was his best friend. So that's...
Whippets. When I was in college, my this one of my roommates, he was a friend of a close friend of mine, but he moved up from Louisville to UK when I was going there. And one of my first interactions with him was walking through a grocery store, and he was grabbing the Cool Whip and doing whippets. And I was
just in the aisle?
Just in the aisle, and then tossing them. And I was like, I'm getting the lock on my door tomorrow. I felt like this fucking guy is going to be trouble.
I'd be lying to you if I didn't say that I've been thinking about getting into whippets, especially after...
Again?
Well, for the first time, really. I've done
No,
a few,
you
but...
didn't have a whippet phase in college?
No, I'm trying to start my whippet phase.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
enjoy.
Yeah.
It'll last like a couple weeks.
That's what I'm saying. I want just a couple weeks of whippets.
Unless you're Tony Heish, then you build a shed in the backyard and do them indefinitely.
Whippet shed.
Slippery.
Around candles. So another witness said the talk amongst his former colleagues at Zappos is that Tony was likely in the shed, blacked out, drunk, and on drugs. Yeah, that's pretty apparent.
That's Tony.
The dispatch tape obtained by the Daily Mail revealed that he was barricaded inside the shed and would not answer the door, hence the smoke inhalation from the fire that broke out.
Well, he didn't want anyone to. He didn't want anyone to tell him to stop doing what he was doing.
Right. He was in a dark place.
Exactly, very dark place, Wes. I had read that he was so he's already an alcoholic, and then he added the whippets on top, and apparently the whippets were he was being aggressive about the whippets, a food aggressive dog. If you told him to get off the whippets, he would bite your hand.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He wasn't going to let anyone in that shed. I read a bunch of good things about him, though. He was a genius. He started started a bunch of companies. Apparently, he was a nice guy, very charitable. So R.I.P. And again, I mean, Whippets and Grey Goose doesn't sound that bad to me. I know it didn't turn out good for Tony, but
yeah, and they are, the firefighters are ruling it a accidental death due to smoke inhalation because it does appear Tony was just doing his thing that he wanted to do in the shed. So
That's a bummer.
R.I.P. Tony. Zappos, hopefully his company does okay with his departure.
But they were bought by Amazon, I think.
Oh, okay. So he was already
for $1.2 billion, and they let him. Whoever bought him, I think it was Amazon. Whoever bought him for $1.2 billion, let him stay on and run it. He had a bunch of companies. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite Zappos chip flavor?
You mean
what?
Zapp's?
No.
This is not
it's
Zapp's
shoes.
potato chip.
Oh,
Wes.
I thought we were talking about the
Zappos
potato
is
chip
You
guy.
gotta be kidding me right now.
Yeah. No, it's like a humongous corporation.
It's an online shoe.
That guy? Oh, I just saw him on Shark Tank not too long ago.
Yes. The Asian guy. Yeah.
No,
Blowing
I'm thinking of
Wes's
Tom's.
mind.
I'm thinking of Tom's. Never mind.
Now you're thinking of Tom's,
well-
the shoes?
Yeah. All right. Well, what's your
What's
favorite
your favorite-
potato?
what's
What's
your
your favorite?
favorite
What's your
flavor
favorite? Yeah. What's your favorite flavor of Zappos?
What's
whatever,
your favorite
Zaps.
Black Friday deal on Amazon?
I like Cajun.
Oh my God.
Craw taters.
It's an online shoe company.
I know what it is now. Okay.
Zapp's best.
I like the
flavor
voodoo child one. Or whatever
Voodoo
it's
is
called.
great, but Voodoo Hot when they came out with that is even better.
I was nervous those chips were going to disappear.
No, those are still going strong, Wes. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Okay, good.
Don't worry. And then taking it to the internet, intern Cam suggests that this may be the only headline in recent history to rival the Zappos CEO headline, and that's of the stylish but illegal monkey found roaming Toronto IKEA. That's the only other. That was
amazing.
2012. So
Look
8
how
years.
stylish that monkey
That
is.
monkey does look great. But that 8 years to get a headline that rivaled that one. So
Yeah.
That's pretty
and
awesome.
what a way to go. If you're the Zappos CEO, I mean, you went out in a blaze of glory. So that's
Wes, did you go to Ike's and buy a bunch of Zappa's chips?
Zappos, yeah. No,
Zap-
I was always getting the Cajun, the dill.
No,
craw
but you
taters
knew about
over
this
there.
story. Were you worried today? Did you run out?
No,
and get a
no,
bunch
no.
of chips?
with your
okay.
McRib
No,
you got.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for dinner for the McRib, a bunch of leftover Chinese. Okay, good. Well, not good, but I was worried about the chips. All right, the holidays are officially here. This year, give yourself the gift of extra money in your pocket. Pay off your credit and card balances. Save with the credit card consolidation loan from Lightstream. Roll your high-interest credit card payments into just one payment at a lower fixed rate. Lightstream's credit card consolidation loans have rates as low as 5.95 APR with auto pay and excellent credit. Get a loan from $5,000 to $100,000. Plus, there are absolutely no fees, no application fees, no origination fees. I fucking hate that word. No transaction fees, no prepayment penalties. You can even get your money as soon as the day you apply. No fees at all.
No fees.
That's right. It's a great product. I know Pat said he used it. I used it.
Seriously.
If you got
half of the
consolidation.
hosts are consolidating their debt with Lightstream.
Life-changing
Yeah.
thing to consolidate your debt, get out of debt. It's a great thing, great service that Lightstream offers. Use your debit card a little more, get your Lightstream consolidated. Boom, boom. You'll be debt-free in no time.
Yeah, absolutely. So our listeners can save even more with an additional interest rate discount. The only way to get this discount is to go to lightstream.com/factor. That's lightstream.com/factor. Subject to credit approval. Rates range from 5.95 APR to 19.99 APR and include 0.5% auto pay discount. Lowest rate requires excellent credit. Terms and conditions apply, and offers are subject to change without notice. Visit lightstream.com/factor for more information.
Okay, guys. It's holiday season. It's like holiday shopping time. You got to get that in now. I think I found the perfect gift for you guys. And I know we don't usually buy each other gifts because we can't afford to, and we wouldn't even if we could. But I couldn't resist this year. And that's because our Wise Lawyer interns tipped me off to the perfect gift for you guys this holiday season at Sears.com. And it's the XR Brands Heavy Stitch Ball Stretcher Hooks with Weights. If we can get a picture of that up there,
Wow.
probably. See that? That's a actual ball stretcher for your testicles.
Why do you want hangier balls?
Well, look, it's for you guys. So by simply typing in medicine ball on Sears.com, this is the first item that came up. It's, as you saw, if you're on YouTube.com, it's a cartoonist picture of a guy naked from this, basically naked. It's zoomed into his stomach and balls area. And he's got a metal ring around his testicles, like a cock ring for your balls. And it has two long dangling ball and chains, which I assume is the weights part of the apparatus.
And then also it's got the fact that it's such a long chain, it probably makes it more flexible. So like then you're dealing with not just the weight, but also like the twists and the.
It makes it more fun, that's for sure.
That's right. Well, you can't wear it out in public. It's long.
Well, you can put one. No, you can put one ball down each
in the
pant
leg. There you go.
You could
One
definitely
chain.
do it.
Yeah, there you go. So let's look at some frequently asked questions about the product here. It says, this product says fits on almost any size balls. Does the issue of not fitting arise when the balls are too large or too small? If the balls are not equal size, does that cause an issue with the ball stretcher attaching securely to the balls themselves? And it was answered on Sears.com with, they allow for a degree of size variance, as it's not uncommon for one ball to be larger than the other. If you notice changes in size occur over time, though, you should probably consult with your GO. So that was from Atlas Shrug 365, I guess an employee of Sears. And let's read a quick review of the
He
product.
was really giving out like testicular cancer check advice.
Yeah, he's giving out good advice. And let's read one review we found here. It's 4 stars. Was mowing the lawn and just got the balls caught in the blades. I do not recommend wearing these while performing yard work. This was more of a statement, not really a question. Sorry. So I guess he was leaving a review in the questions section.
What?
There wasn't. Yeah.
Good God.
The blades? What are the blades?
The blades of the mower. He got the ball stuck in the blades of the mower, and boom, you know, maybe he had a push mower, who knows. Unfortunately, the XR Brands Heavy Stitch Ball Stretcher Hooks with Weights has been removed from Sears online catalog, probably with the employee that posted it. So hopefully everyone got theirs yesterday.
Why are there blades on the ball stretcher? I don't.
No,
Will,
on
that
the
was a
lawnmower.
joke.
He was mowing the lawn with the thing on, and it's so long that the ball got caught in the blades of the lawnmower.
Oh shit!
Yeah. But luckily for you guys, I already bought you guys some, so I'll be sending them
Thank
your
you.
way. Yeah.
Man, I'll tell you, Sears has really just had quite the last 20 years. They go like they've been trying to find their place for a while now. They've been bankrupt. They
don't need this.
Well, haven't
they
they
don't
been out
need
of
this.
business for years? I thought that they were done.
That's what I thought. Me too. But they're
Weren't all the
still
Sears,
sticking
like,
around.
wait,
Didn't
the
they turn
Sears
into like
were turned
detention
into,
centers?
Yeah, didn't
Yeah,
the
they did.
government like take over
Yeah.
their warehouses and shit?
Weren't they like immigrant detention centers?
Yeah.
There's like a couple of them left, I guess. I don't know, but they're trying. It looks like
They're trying real hard, and they don't
Yeah.
need this. They do not need this, pranksters.
no. That's awesome.
So that was
Pretty funny.
How did the prank? I mean, I guess
I'm
the
assuming
last guy was just
either a
leaving fake
hacker,
review.
either a hacker or an employee on the way out is what happened. I mean, come on.
Because it's a fake product.
Yeah, it's a fake product. Will it was? Did you see the picture? It's like a cartoon. It's like it was like it was
Telling me that's not real.
No,
No,
it was
that's
like,
a real product. I bet it's a real product.
I
from
thought it was
somewhere.
real.
You think so?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, have you seen some of the shit people do themselves?
Bubba, if you can do some research the last couple of minutes of the show here, the last half of the show, and maybe copy paste the title of that product and see if it like is like at like sex shops or something. I'm pretty sure it's a fake
definitely
Ball
It's a
stretcher
real-
exists, man.
I'll bet you.
I don't think
I'll
so.
bet you 20. It's real.
Product.
I'll bet you 20. I think it's real, and I think it doesn't have blades on it. Yeah.
No
Well,
one
it
said
doesn't
it
have
had blades
You're
on
missing
it.
the blades.
Look, I get it. I get
You're
it.
right. You're right. It doesn't have blades on it.
You're right. I'll bet you 1,000 it doesn't have
That's
blades.
1,000. It doesn't have blades
Things
on it.
got the bladeless for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's go over to the. It is so
There it
real.
is.
Bubba,
Oh,
youtube.com/hardfactornews. Oh yeah, so real. 2.5
course,
stars
look at
on
that thing.
Amazon.
Oh my God, that's
The
awesome.
Master Series. Wow,
found
that
it
thing
on
will really
Amazon
stretch
now.
them out.
Wow. That's the Master Series. You got to ease your way into that one.
I knew I had to pull up the Amazon one. There were a couple sex shop ones, but Amazon really makes it look
Bubba
legit.
knew. You already looked it up.
What were the reviews there? That didn't look like a 5-star product.
Oh, I'll dive back into it.
Yeah, check out if you can sprinkle in some reviews throughout the show.
Yeah.
We'd appreciate it.
That would be great, Bubba. Thank you. All right, let's move it over to the next one. We're going back to Space Mountain, fellas, because like last time we went there, when they're turning moon dust into oxygen and aluminum, we got more good news if you want to go live on Elon Musk's Martian colony someday. So previous research found Mars possesses large amounts of ice, and NASA's Phoenix lander also found signs that the planet's Arctic plains were covered with a film of liquid water for the last few million years. The Phoenix also discovered compounds known as perchlorates, that must be how you say it, in Martian soil, which can act like antifreeze, lowering the freezing point of water past its normal temperature, making it like a brine, basically, salt water. So Mars has got this like briny shit all over the surface and right below the surface.
So you're saying Mars has an entire history we don't understand.
Yep.
Including, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And now, Vijay Ramani, a chemical engineer at Washington University in St. Louis, and his team have developed a way to turn that Martian surface brine into oxygen and fuel once you land there. So this is what Vijay says. He says, we can derive oxygen for breathing and hydrogen for fuel using materials on Mars itself, the briny water known to be present there. And some electricity is needed to perform the electrolysis process, which is the chemical reactions to make the brine into like fuel and oxygen. But you can get that from solar power cells on Mars. So, Bub, I think we have a picture of
Thank God.
fake astronauts doing
God.
this. If we could,
Yeah. Brine it up. Yeah, there it is.
There it is.
Have they talked about what they plan on doing with Mars's version of dinosaurs? Because I feel like people forget that dinosaurs were on Earth and that there's probably monsters of some sort.
You think
on
that
Mars.
there's monsters living inside the brine pockets below the surface?
Yes, I think there are monsters and dangerous things on Mars that people don't seem to care about.
I think you can't rule it out.
Yeah.
But Wes, what are you scared of the brine? Are you scared of the Martian brine, or are you intrigued?
No, I'll never step foot on Mars, so it means nothing to me.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, come on. I'm getting excited here. It's Space Mountain. So they turn moon dust, guys. They can turn moon dust now into oxygen and metal on the moon. So you could dig your way into a house and have plenty of metal and oxygen up there on the moon. And then they can turn Martian brine into oxygen and fuel. So you're just you're good forever on Mars. Or you're still not thinking about Elon's colony.
No.
Not at all?
No, not going to be a part of that.
Well, you got a couple years to change your mind. I'm still definitely on the list at some point, but the first mission launches in 2024. According to Elon, he has not pushed it back, so our future emperor Elon pushes on. You guys can join the party if you want.
I picture like the first successful like video broadcast from Mars being like the scene in Independence Day when the alien like had his tentacles inside the scientist and he's like, everything's fine here, come to Mars,
Come to my brine pit.
yeah,
Release me.
release me.
Release me.
I think Bubba's got more ball reviews here.
Yeah, you guys ready for the first review?
Yeah, let's see
Yes.
some stretcher reviews.
It had to be translated from German, so bear with me on it.
Of course it did.
Okay, the title of the review is Who is this built for? I don't know who this is built for. Maybe for the eggs of a horse. Actually thought it was normally built, but don't make the hook for hold. With the slightest movement, the piece slips down over my bag. Let's try to squeeze the hook in the vise a little. The wearing feeling would be so damn horny.
Oh,
He's got some good tips for the designer there. Yeah.
Yeah, like he's just really into his ball stretching ergonomics.
It seems that the overarching amount of reviews are all about the size being not for. It seems like they're not built for speed.
You need to have huge balls to make this thing work. Yeah.
And let me ask you something else. Are they mostly German? That's Wes hinted it.
Yeah, there's 2 German and 1 English. Nice, but the English one is like 3 paragraphs long, and it's like nice, but one size does not fit all and wrong dimensions.
Yeah,
It starts
with it starts with American here, expat in Germany.
A German guy invented that for 100%.
Yeah, thank you, Bubba.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bubba, for the extra information on the ball stretcher. No blades. Still, told you guys.
Yep. Still no blades. All right, last one of the day. Guys, I got some very bad news for those of you who plan to travel with your emotional support parrot or mini horse or pig or snake or whatever else you people need to feel safe on an airplane this holiday season. It's time to get the best emotional support animal of all, which is a fucking dog. That is if you want your animal to fly with you on the plane.
What if
and not be
Wes? I'm thinking about getting a new pit bull.
any breed will do, Pat. Will, I'll get to it. And not
but would you be comfortable sitting next to Will and his emotional pit bull on the plane?
as long as it had a muzzle on it? Yes. People are unless you get a dog, and I'll get into some more details. They're going to treat your emotional animals as pets now, which basically means they're not going to give a shit about them, and they'll have to be like fly underneath, or
they're going to kill them in the cargo bay now.
It's not going to be
They're
good.
going to overheat them. Yeah.
Right. So these are new rules from the Department of Transportation that passed yesterday. Stated, quote, carriers are not required to recognize emotional support animals as service animals and may treat them as pets, a.k.a. treat them like shit. Basically, airlines were losing a shit ton of money through this loophole of calling your cat, no offense, Mark, an emotional support animal. And airlines...
None taken, because I was planning... we actually went through the process of trying to do that. So, you got me.
Oh, really? Were you too late
we were going
on this,
to. We didn't follow through with it, but we looked up like how to apply for the cat to be like, get him to fly for free and stuff like that. We didn't actually do it, but you got me. You got me.
Otherwise, it costs like $125 each way or something
damn.
to bring up like a pet on. Like you can still bring your pets like in a cage on board, I guess, but you have to pay for them now. So Well,
that makes sense, because like the cat. Well, of course, I shouldn't say that, because the cat's like a baby. Like you don't have to pay for a baby for the first 2 years, because you can sit
as long as
in
on your
lap,
lap.
and it could annoy the shit out of somebody next to you, just like the cat.
Yeah, I'd rather sit next to a pit bull than a baby any day. So the final ruling is that an emotional support animal is, quote, a dog, regardless of breed or type, that is individually trained to do work or perform tasks for the benefit of a qualified individual with a disability, including a physical, sensory, psychiatric, intellectual, or other mental disability.
Now
so
that
it has
makes
to be
sense.
a dog.
I agree with that. A cat can't do shit. A parrot can't do shit.
Yeah,
a dog
it's
can
not
lead you to your seat and stuff like that. And I get it.
Right. This, of course, comes after people were just taking advantage of the old rules, and complaints started racking up. Nobody wants to smell a pig or hear a bird the whole fucking flight. And here are some pictures.
Look at that.
There's a mini horse. Yeah. There's someone carrying their pig.
That's like a 60-pound pig.
There's a peacock someone tried to bring on.
The emotional support peacock was the craziest one. When was that?
You're
That
just
was
an
a couple
ass.
years ago, right?
Some asshole, yeah. So they were out of control. So if you want to fly, you have to fill out and submit a Department of Transportation form, quote, attesting to the animal's training and good behavior and certifying the animal's good health. And of course, the internet was just aflame, commenting on these new rules. Barb Anderson says, take prescription, leave dog at home. Every woman says, making no one happy except the curmudgeons among us. Most people are allergic to cats. And then Real Gunslinger says, but what if I'm a pansy and need one as a comfort animal? And to that, the cat responds, anxiety over flying isn't being a pansy. You sound like a jackass. So the cat wasn't happy about that comment.
Mm-hmm. Whoa.
Wait. Yeah, the cat would be fighting for its rights, I feel like.
Well, the cat read a little too far into that. The cat should have played along a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, the cat was just not thinking, I guess. Charleston SC says it's way past that this, quote, emotional support animal foolishness was brought to an end. If someone is so fragile that they can't fly without an emotional support animal, then they need to stay home and spend their travel money on a mental health professional.
Charles is missing the point. People are just trying to get their pets on for free, Charles.
Yeah, a lot of them are trying to get their pets. They don't want to. They don't want them to be.
They're not all pansies. They're just a little bit. They're a little bit loopholey. You know what I mean?
And listen, it costs a lot of money to fucking board your dogs and shit if you're going on a long vacation.
Imagine how much money the horse lady saved. I mean, she saved thousands of dollars putting that horse on the plane.
Yeah. She got first class too. That's why she got first class. She saved thousands transporting the horse, so she bought that first class seat.
Yeah. Kara Stockton says, it was getting out of control. I was in a flight a few months ago, and there were 3 dogs on the flight. 2 were not in any sort of carrier. And then one more. Personally, I would rather sit beside dogs than most humans. Let's see.
I mean, that would be nice. Like, what if you could pay extra just to sit next to like a professionally cute and calm dog the whole flight?
That's
a flight. A flight like of all dogs, and just like you, the human, like you pay for it. Like the flight attendants are dogs. Like
like cat, like a. They have those cat. That's a good idea, Will. You're onto something, because they have those cat cafes where people go and spend money. If you had like an all cat airline,
cat cafe and dog cafe in the air, man.
That's my second one today. Earlier I was saying I think a vegan McRib would also be a smash hit. But
I'm not also with you on a very cool idea. Yeah,
you're not with me on that one.
No,
come on. Dog flights. It's
called the McRib.
You nailed the cat, the flight, but not the McRib.
Innovative products.
Okay.
Yeah. So just be aware of that if you're planning on taking your your parrot home, you got to pay a little money this time. All right, so that's gonna do it for the stories. Let's kick it over to our Large, who's joining us to talk the finale of the weight loss competition.
All right, welcome back to the pod. Large of Barstool Breakfast. Large, thanks for joining. Thank you for
Twisted History.
Twisted History.
And Podfathers. Yeah. You guys.
YouTube.com/HardFactorNews. Make sure you see Large's podcast logos there. And also download, subscribe, 5 stars to those. Large, thank you for coming on. And also thank you for, swooping in and beating me and Wes in the last few weeks of the Fadathon. As we're raising money for charity. So I don't have any of the stats, boys, but what happened?
Do you want me to go over the stats? Do you have anything to say before I
can't wait to hear them.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to go over the fucking stats. You guys, it's been a long time. I think it was like about a 13, 14-week deal. 13 weeks, we'll call it. Large started at 303.8 after we made him take his shoes off. He ended at 272 pounds. That's a total weight loss of 31.8 pounds or 10.5% of his body weight. That's awesome. Nice. I started at 277.4. I lost 38.9 pounds, and I lost 14% of my body weight. This is pre-Thanksgiving. Pat, who is not with us, started at 240.
Passed away. He passed away.
God, he's no longer with us because he lost so much weight. He started at 243.8. He had only lost 10 pounds prior to when we were accountable on our own for 3 weeks. And then he lost another 10 pounds down to 225. 225.6, 18.2 pounds lost.
Can we just mention here, that was a full 24 hours after the weigh-in deadline.
Correct. A full 24 hours, a day late on a new scale, and he magically lost a bunch of weight.
Nobody'd ever seen before.
18.2 pounds for Pat, 7.4%. Wes started at 246.5, came out of the bat swinging, and then slowed down a bit. Ended at 224.5 for 22 pounds lost at 9% of his body weight gone. Will started at 300 on the nose. He lost 21.4 pounds to end at 279.6 for 7% even weight loss there. So the order was Will bringing up the rear, Pat edging him out magically the day late by 0.4% at 7.4 to 7. Wes coming in at third at 9%. Large in second at 10.5%, and I won at 14%. That's the stats.
That's exciting. I mean, that's a huge asterisk on that second to last, right?
Are you kidding me?
I'll tell you, I'm glad he didn't jump Wes, because that would have been total bullshit. But him jumping me, I'm not too upset. Look, we both have
Wait, didn't he jump me?
No,
No, he didn't.
No.
It's one.
Oh,
So
okay.
me and Pat are in the basement, but that makes sense. I feel like with his asterisks, we should just split the basement. We have pregnant, better halves right now. It was that threw, definitely not to blame anything on them, but I think
Sounds like that's
on
what
your
you're doing.
wives.
But-
when you're going
them?
when you're going to the grocery store and picking up ice cream all the time, you take a couple
Wow.
dips in the ice cream container.
Okay, well, we won't blame them though.
No, definitely not blaming them at all. No, I love them to death, and their pregnancies are going fantastic. So that's great for them. But I mean, there's a lot of food around the house.
Will, I
so.
think that's fair. And Olive Branch, since he was a day late, you guys crossed the finish line together, hand in hand, with the babies on the way. I think that's a nice gesture. We'll
Yeah.
call it a tie. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Nicer than me. I wouldn't have done that.
I thought I was so angry when I signed up for this because, and this is not a dig. I'm telling you what was inside my pea brain. I know you guys carbo loaded before you weighed in. Like, that's what I've done on everything. Shut up, Mark. Shut the fuck up. You're about to say you didn't.
I didn't.
Okay. I mean, I would have. That's just
I
me.
was
'cause
so
that's-
embarrassed with
Did
my
you
weight.
not,
I was
though?
no, I was so
I
embarrassed
ate
with
a
my
shit
weight.
ton.
I was actually 280 before weigh-in, and I starved myself and worked out the day we weighed in because I was so embarrassed at being 280, highest I've ever been. So I actually came in light at the first weigh-in.
But
I had breakfast. That was it.
I had animosity because of it. That's my whole point. And then when Erica had asked me to do this half marathon, asked us to do it, and we all did the half marathon.
You got us
I had
back.
I had an animosity about that too. This wound up being great. And then we're doing the half marathon. Like my wife said, if we get one of those unseasonably warm days here in New Jersey, we might go right back down to West Side Highway and just do another brisk 10 miler. Like
Yeah.
walking the West Side Highway on a nice day. What they've done to the West Side. Last
That
time
was
I walked,
beautiful. You had a very beautiful scenery for your
yeah.
for your half.
The last time I did that walk, and I've never done that far of a walk, but the last time I walked up and down the West Side Highway, I was running away from a building that was falling down. And I don't mean to bring the room down or anything like that, but the last time I did that was on 9/11. Then I shot over to the east side and I walked across a bridge and stuff. So like you see what's happened to that place since then. It really was a very, very cool thing. And the 10-mile thing, like the X3, really, that's where the rash came in. And the rash is
The
bad.
last two were horrible.
Yeah,
The rash is bad.
we all recovered now because it was about a 5-day recovery.
My left foot
for
is a
me.
little sore still.
Yeah.
But
My
I'm
knee's a
glad-
little wonky. I think we need a
I've got a
replacement.
bunion on. I've got a bad bunion
got a
on my
bunion?
right foot. Yeah, I'm still fucked up.
Oh, large. Your route was beautiful. I don't know if you saw. I was like running directly into the fucking wind the entire time. The Reno wind, like so. Mark Twain, he lived in northern Nevada for a little while, and he coined the term the Washoe Zephyr because the wind is just so constant that that's the Zephyr that coming down from the mountain from like
Right.
the Tahoe area,
Yeah.
and yeah, I mean, I think the wind probably blew him out of here. Didn't stay here too long, but it was fucking insane. It was just like 40-mile-an-hour wind directly in my face the whole time. So,
But don't you guys feel like even
but it
like
was
you
very.
had
I felt very accomplished, like you. Sorry,
Yeah.
I thought it was very nice. Yeah,
like losing 30 pounds. Like I lost 30 pounds and I gained back 10 on accident. Like I just gained back 10 on accident. And I'll do okay with it into it. There's a chance now that I will go through Christmas down.
Yeah.
For the first time ever. And I've had holiday heart. I've had the arrhythmia in January where I've gone to a doctor and he said, "What were you around August?" And I'd be like, 45 pounds ago. Like, so I've had, diagnosed with a holiday heart on other things. So this is the first time. So as much animosity as you have going into it, I think this was really,
We saved your life, Larch. We saved your
you
life.
saved my life. My
we all
kids,
saved each other's lives.
That's
We're all
right.
heroes here.
Your kids owe us.
kumbaya. No, my kids are pissed because I got that big insurance policy. But it's one of those things where it worked out well. So I appreciate you guys letting me be a part of it. I know I jumped in
awesome.
last minute and wound up dominating, but whatever. It was
Well,
it was good
dominating
stuff.
all the way to second place. So I mean, that's good. You beat 3 out of the 4.
No, it's a good. We're keeping it going. We are going to go on the walks. I got back on the diet yesterday, so we're gonna keep it going. And thanks to everyone for supporting us as well. Do you have the charity numbers, Wes?
Yeah, Wes, you got the final numbers of what we raised.
Hang on one second. So we raised. Sorry, I was looking at the actual donations. We raised so far $5,653. This is pre-sponsorship from people that sponsored us personally per pound.
That's right. You have a couple of those, right, Wes?
Yeah, I got a couple. I know you guys have some. So
Father
we're gonna
Brian owes $200.
Honor
Yeah,
system,
we're going to be over 6,000 for sure.
honor system. Get those per pounds, and I know Vinny already got his in for me. He did 420 per pound for me.
Nice.
So.
Father Brian, is that
We
is
have
that the priest?
Yeah, we have a priest. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Father Brian Mars?
Yeah.
Oh, he hits me up all the time. What a nice guy.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, the guy's fucking aces. I like him, and very, very interesting dude. I didn't know whether or not it was a scam, like I was being catfished or something like that. But the guy, like I've talked,
he's just a cool
scripture with
father.
him. Yeah,
Yeah,
just
no,
good,
he's cool.
good dude. Yeah.
You know how we got him hooked is I guess he was listening, and then we did a bunch of stories about priests raping boys, and that's how he started DMing us. Yeah, so and now we're friends.
Father Brian feels like
That
the
old
Catholic
chestnut.
Church should atone for their sins, which is very nice. A refreshing take from a father.
Yeah, I do. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
He sponsored me $5 a pound because
Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh, son of a bitch. Nothing for me.
You should have read a few more scriptures with them, Large.
Exactly. Be not afraid.
So
know
when
what's
it's all
really
said, go ahead, Wes.
What's really fucked up is that I'm discovering this now as I look at this. So I am the one that set up this Fundly thing, and they've been like, I guess, transferring money to my account the whole time, and I thought I had to like.
Oh,
request
here we
it.
go.
So apparently I've been looking at my bank account. I'm like, oh, that's good, nothing to worry about. So I'm gonna end up.
Check there.
I've got an extra. I'm gonna end up having to shell out an extra $2,500. They've already taken out like $4,000 of this thing into my account without me
Wes
knowing.
is gonna have to balance
That's amazing. So is it still 5,600 pre-sponsors, or have they been?
No, the total raise is 5,600 pre-sponsored, but I've already gotten 3,000 of it into my account without me knowing.
Wes.
All right, well,
No,
so what
Wes.
we're gonna do? How are we gonna split it up? Because first place, Mark's charity gets.
I think we should split it even, Stephen, amongst the charities.
Okay.
As the winner, I would like to have each charity equally distributed. So it's going to be about $6,500 when we get the sponsors, maybe $7,000. If anyone wants to go in there and give money to Wes, I guess it's still open at lardfactor.com. You can still donate this week. We'll cut it at the end of this week, and we'll divvy it up equally to all of our charities.
Yeah, try to get
That's
it in
very nice,
before the 6th of December, because that's when the next withdrawal is, and I don't want to.
Sponsors got to get in there, like Father Brian and everyone that sponsors us. You got
So
to get
they've
in there
just
this
been
week.
shipping you the cash, and you had no idea.
Yeah, I had no idea. I thought I had to like hit a button at the end.
Wes
but,
is
no.
Wes is mad. Wes gave us all a little bit of money from our last Barstool check because we covered for him when he was in rehab. He probably is regretting that right about now.
No, I'm not regretting that. I'm regretting
Okay.
some of the dinners that I went out to.
Yeah, some of the Black Friday buys. You can treat yourself.
Some of the sushi dinners.
You returning some of your son's gifts for Christmas?
Yeah,
Exactly.
motherfucker.
Santa got COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Exactly.
Good excuse this year.
Well, any parting words? I mean, I had a good time. I want to keep losing weight, so.
No,
Yeah.
dude, let's do it again when we all get fat again. Because this is our second time for Hard Factor doing it. First time Large joining us on it. But when we all inevitably get fatter again, then we'll just re-kick it off.
Do you think did anyone, and this is me not having any historical perspective, were you guys all heavier this year than when you weighed in originally last year? I mean, I'd imagine we're all heavier than when we weighed out, obviously, but
Right.
I was a few pounds. I think we were close. I was a few pounds heavier this time, and like I said, I had to like work out tonight because I was so embarrassed of my weight. I was about 5 pounds heavier than last time we weighed in.
It's funny. The second round, I was totally with it. Like I lost so much more the first time, and I was so much heavier to start that I was totally within the range the entire time.
okay.
I was like 20, 25 pounds lighter because I had just come out of rehab. So I wasn't drinking. I was working out in there. So I had, I was definitely lighter this time around.
Wes is like Andre the Giant. He could lose 100 pounds a year if he just stopped drinking beer.
That's
And then
right.
He did. Yeah.
It's true. If you want to see the effects of dropping alcohol from your diet, just look no further than Hard Factor West.
Yep.
Tell you what, Sober October too is not, Sober October in a quarantine was not that bad. Everyone's like, if it wasn't in the quarantine, it would be the worst month to do it, even though it's obviously the best rhyming month to do it. But I think I'm going to give it a whirl again, maybe during Lent or some bullshit thing like that.
And what's
Because
nice about Sober
better.
October, though, is that you could end on Halloween because that's a big drinking holiday.
Can't. I was going to do that, but I said, you know what? I'm going through October, so I didn't go till I don't think I had a drink till
Lodge doesn't stay
November.
up till 4 a.m. Well, he's not. It's not like he's 18 again. He's in bed. He's in bed on the 31st. On the 31st.
Right. I broke my ankle playing with my dog. Hey,
I did sober Lent one time. Now you got to remember, Lodge, Lent is much longer than October.
40
So-
days,
40
49.
days.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so
now
it
I'm
could be
doing
longer than 40. Yeah.
I'm doing 2 shots a day every day. I got an advent calendar with an airplane bottle, and Willie backed away. So now I'm doing 2. So it's only 2
You're
days
taking
into
down
it.
Willie's advent
Why?
calendar?
Why did Willie back away?
He's like, I don't know if I want to do that every day. I'm like, all right, cool. But no, it's whatever the larger airplane bottles are. There's like smaller ones and larger ones, and they're a regular airplane bottle. They have 2 shots in them.
Nice.
And so the first day was apple flavored moonshine. And the second day was like Red Hawk Irish whiskey. And so they're not like starting you off with like an Irish cream or perhaps
moonshine being the first is crazy.
moonshine out of the gate. And like if you read the list on the back, there's absinthe coming down the road at me and stuff. So I've never been on. Yeah, I'm doing it on TikTok, and I'm going to try and do a toast a day, like a different, just one word toast, right? Like
Chin chin.
Yeah.
All those different. Yeah.
yeah, all the kisses I've snatched and all the snatches I've kissed, like that type of stuff. So I'm going to do one of those a day, and I'm going to do it on TikTok because obviously, and we'll see how that goes. So what a sober October to a December I'll never remember.
Getting hammered on TikTok.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm two shots of whiskey deep this morning. What do you think, guys?
Hey, buddy.
Great.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah. Hey, buddy.
Thanks.
I mean, your face is a little red.
A
But,
little bit.
I wasn't gonna say anything until you mentioned the shots before the show. But
Well,
So that's great. That was very generous of you, Mark. The Willie Cologne Foundation, on behalf of Willie and his foundation, which goes to inner city kids that grew up in and around the Bronx, and also to lupus because his mom had just passed away from the disease. Thanks very much. I appreciate that.
absolutely.
I'm gonna just Venmo you that amount, Large, and you can hand it to Willie. How about that? Is that
Okay.
sound good?
Yeah, sounds good. I'll get a Venmo going.
All right, guys. Well, great job. We're going to hear Pat's explanation, I guess, tomorrow, a day late. On
Day late.
everything. He
As
also
is
did. Only
custom,
the only guy
tradition.
didn't do the half marathon. We'll hear from him tomorrow.
And if it's not an even Steven between the 5 of us, give Pat the low number. I mean, even
Yeah,
if it's
for
like
sure,
23
for
cents
sure.
lower,
We'll round down on
get,
him.
asterisk.
Yeah.
he's got to get hit on that a little
We'll round
bit.
down on him.
Yeah,
Sorry, struggling musicians with depression and
you get 1
alcoholism.
penny less.
Yeah. All right.
Asterisk.
Thanks, guys. Good stuff. Large. We'll talk with you soon.
All right, that's going to do it for Hard Factor. Thank you so much again to everyone that donated to the Fadathon. It was fun for us to do it. Hope you enjoyed it, and you guys helped out some great charities. So thank you very, very much. I'm sure, as Will said, we'll probably be doing it again in a few months when we all gain all the weight back. So
Yeah,
that'll be fun.
Just give us some
Next
time.
time maybe join along. We'll figure out a way to make that happen. Anyway, what else? Again, call into radio.
Radio the rest
Yep.
of the week, yeah.
Radio the
Two
rest
more
of the
days.
week. Call in. We're on it from 10 to 11 Eastern time. So we had some
833-857-8665 or 833-85-STOOL.
Yep.
That's right. That's
And,
right.
we're
So-
doing more sort of like more of a call-in format on there than we had been before.
It's a lot of
super
fun.
Yeah. And also, obviously follow Instagram, Twitter, YouTube at Hard Factor News.
Florida Man Fridays tomorrow, which is the best.
Don't
day
forget
of
to
the week.
watch Hillbilly Elegy because there will be spoilers. We're going to talk about it. So
Yeah. Spoiler alert. All
We'll
right.
do that
that's
after
gonna
the
do it.
Florida part, right? We'll do that. We'll give you.
yeah, later.
Yeah.
You
So,
can
like,
enjoy.
voice-
You can enjoy the
voicemails,
Florida
reviews.
Man
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
before. Yeah.
Fact check Friday. Bubba might have a fact check Friday for us. We'll see.
Yeah. Voicemails and reviews too. All right, guys. We'll check you out tomorrow. Thank you again very much. We really appreciate you guys. Have a great fucking day.